Hello and welcome to Earth Echoes with Amber Fields. I am here today to explain a method of balancing chakras, and I'm doing this at the request of a friend who I've been practicing biofield tuning on, and I recommended the practice to her, and she was hoping that I could do a video explaining how to do it. So I'll start by saying that I learned this technique from my physical therapist, who is extremely talented and not only does physical therapy but energy work as well. And she's been practicing physical therapy for over 40 years. And a number of years into practicing physical therapy, she realized that bodies talk to her. And so when I started seeing her about 2 years ago, I was in a complete state of disrepair. I have had a lot of physical injuries throughout my life from overtaxing my body, doing forestry, chainsaw work, trail building, building my own home off the grid, mountain biking, accidents, various things like that. So I needed a physical therapist for that. And then I also had come to realize that emotional and nervous system trauma was impacting my physical health and tension in my body. And so this physical therapist was greatly able to help me with that. And I'm in a much better place now 2 years later. And part of that is because I have been regularly balancing my chakras in the way that this woman recommended. So I'll just start by showing a chart that does show the 7 chakras on it, or a graphic that shows the 7 chakras. And they're red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and white. And starting at the bottom, that is the root chakra, then the sacral chakra, then the solar plexus, then the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. And so here is another graphic just showing different ways that they can spin and where they're located. And a lot of esoteric traditions speak of chakras and the energies that are centered there, as well as a lot of healing traditions. And so biofield tuning uses the chakra centers. And like I said, I've found it extremely helpful to balance my chakras at least every couple days. When I notice that I'm getting really irritable, having short patience, it's helpful for me to do this. And also if I'm noticing a lot of tension in my body and just kind of feeling off, I'll balance my chakras. And so what you do is you hold one hand over your heart chakra and you keep one hand on your heart chakra the entire time that you're balancing your chakras. And so you start at your root, and so you would hold your other hand over your root chakra. And I do this laying down because that is the position that I'm most comfortable and relaxed in. And you ask the chakras to balance each other. And so you're using the frequency of your heart and the energy of your heart to balance each chakra. And when you place your other hand over the chakra, you're kind of creating an electrical circuit where energy can flow between the two. And so the way it was described to me is that you try to feel the pulse in each hand. So try to feel the pulse in the hand over your heart chakra, and then starting at your root chakra, try and feel the pulse in your hand while you're holding it over that chakra. And when you feel the pulses synchronize or come together, then that's when you know you've balanced those 2 chakras, or balanced the root chakra to your heart chakra. And if you're not feeling a pulse in your hands, then you can place your hands in those over the chakras and wait a few minutes. And then you can move on to the next one if the feeling of the pulse is difficult for you. So holding your hand over your heart chakra, you do your root chakra, then you do your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra, move to your heart, your third eye, and then your crown. For the sacral chakra, it's a little bit below your belly button, about an inch or so, and then for your solar plexus chakra, it's kind of about 3 inches or so above your belly button. And again, this is just a very useful practice for your nervous system, but also just balancing your energy. Oh, and I should say that when you do feel like you have balanced whatever chakra you're working on to your heart chakra, you then ask for charged energy to be released back into the earth, and picture that charged energy flowing back into the center of the earth. And while you're sitting there or laying there with your hands over your chakras doing the balance, it's good to imagine the colors of the various chakras. And you imagine that as a light that is radiating from the chakra in all directions, so 360 degrees. You don't want to just be balancing the front side of your body and the front of the chakras. You really want to balance that whole energy center. And then I always like to finish by saying thank you. So I hope this has been helpful for you. And again, I'll show another image of the chakras here so you can see the different colors and where these various chakras are located. And there's lots of information out there for you to find about chakras if you're interested in learning more. Thank you.